Gersemi, thriving among the Tenno, her natural form and mind at peace, a fierce warrior but a balanced mentality. Falling into the hands of Corpus and being subjected to torture. Studied for knowledge that would soon spawn unseen atrocities. The fierce warrior endures, but is changed in the process. While allies come to the rescue and end the agony, something is lost that cannot be recovered. The balance is gone and mentality changed. Her screams strike fear into her enemies, echoing the pain and agony that was inflicted upon her. Her unrelenting rage, now empowered by her captivity, unleashes an uncontrollable beast into the battlefield. Valkyr. Valkyr is a melee-based frame, boasting 600 armor on the normal version and 700 on Prime. Makes her base stats the most endurant in the game and able to excel at close quarter combat and high level missions. Her skill set complements mobility over large and open areas and allows to single out heavy enemies for execution. In this video, I'll show you the build I use for Valkyr Prime that has great mobility and features a very interactive playstyle. This is Paralyzing Assault Valkyr. With 700 base armor, Valkyr has 70% damage reduction. Naturally, Arcane Guardian will increase survivability by a lot. One Arcane Guardian set will increase your armor by 420, and 2 sets by 840. My build focuses on good power strength, great utility, and flow of combat. Corrosive projection for aura. Steel charge stacks additively with pressure points, so this is much more effective. Hysterical assault augment in the Exilus for much better mobility during hysteria. Vitality and steel fiber for base survivability stats. Rage for energy recovery. Prime continuity for power duration and channel efficiency. Blind rage for power strength. Streamline for power efficiency. Eternal war augment for permanent Warcry buff, and natural talent for quick power cast speed. This gives Warcry a maximum duration of 46 seconds and 100% armor increase with a 60% attack and finisher speed increase, which is equivalent to a maxed primed Fury. For melee weapon I use Venka Prime with Vermilion Storm Stance. It has great critical stats and a combo multiplier that scales by 0.75 damage increase instead of the standard 0.5. Prime Pressure Point for base damage. Organ Shatter and Blood Rush for critical combo scaling. Drifting Contact for combo multiplier. This also works during Hysteria. Fever Strike and Shocking Touch for corrosive. Swapping out Shocking Touch for Virulent Scourge for pure toxing against shields, or North Wind for viral with full armor strip. Primed Reach for high melee range, and Life Strike for regeneration. Claw weapons naturally build up combo multiplier quite quickly. This also increases your damage greatly, since the combo multiplier scaling increases in higher increments for Venka Prime. Base Valkyr stats in terms of survivability are the highest out of all frames. Although there are frames that are capable of taking more damage than Valkyr, Valkyr has plenty of survivability to survive very high level content. With Steel Fiber and 1 Arcane Guardian set, your armor goes from 700 to 1900, and with Warcry on to 2600, which equates to 89% damage reduction, putting your effective health at 6700. Eternal War Augment complements Valkyr's melee base play. It has a fairly long animation, however, the augment makes the buff permanent as long as you're killing enemies with melee attacks, stacking up to 200% of base Warcry duration, in this case 46 seconds, that also affects squad mates' Warcry durations with your melee kills. The Rage mod will allow you to regenerate energy for Life Strike, although in lower level missions this won't really be necessary as enemies won't damage you enough for it. In higher level missions, enemy damage will allow for constant channeling and life strike regeneration, as well as hysteria usage. Although Ripline is a very difficult ability to land on enemies, it's a great utility power that allows to traverse open areas and large rooms very quickly. This makes for some Spy or Ayatan weekly missions very easy to complete. The playstyle during missions is mostly based on normal melee in lower levels and hysteria in higher levels. In higher level missions, you'll be able to recast hysteria a couple of seconds after being out of it, simply due to the damage taken recovering your energy to full. The Hysterical Assault augment allows for very interactive play, allowing you to quickly leap from one enemy to another, chaining your combos and movement. Combining this with larger tile sets and Ripline allows for some very engaging combat. Hysteria's energy drain starts slow but ramps up fairly quickly over time. You mostly will be able to keep it up for about 30 seconds before the energy drain becomes too quick. The Eternal War augment ensures you will keep your armor and attack speed buffed, so once you're out of Hysteria, you can quickly recover your health and build up your combo multiplier. Paralysis is a great ability to take out heavy units, especially while combined with Hysteria. Leaping onto a heavy unit with Hysterical Assault, using Paralysis and then executing a finisher will result in a kill. There's lots of alternative arcane sets that would enhance your melee gameplay. Arcane Fury will additively increase your melee damage along with Prime Pressure Point when delivering a critical hit. Arcane Ultimatum is a good alternative for Arcane Guardian since it works on finishers and Paralysis guarantees those. Arcane Avenger will increase your damage significantly by adding additive critical chance to your attacks, which also works with Hysteria. Arcane Strike has a chance to increase your melee attack speed with each hit, which gives you even more potential damage and utility. Valkyr also has other ability augments. Swingline augment that makes your riplines have no energy cost while you're airborne. Not a good augment since ripline energy cost is low already, as well as the fact that you don't ripline consecutively so often to utilize it. Prolonged Paralysis, third ability augment that extends paralysis stun duration as well as pulling enemies in closer. Could be useful for a crowd control based build but not very useful for a melee based Valkyr build as paralyzed targets get taken down in seconds. Valkyr, a very endurant melee-based frame featuring invulnerability mechanics with survivability buffs and utility powers. Great for doing high-level content and taking down heavy units with ease. Combined melee play with utility powers allows for very engaging combat. This is Paralyzing Assault Valkyr.